Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanitha Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about the planet of communication, business, trade, education, that is Mercury transiting through Aries. So this is going to be from the 8th till the 25th of April, and this is going to be a very quick transit, short transit, because this Mercury is going to be in the sign of Aries after its sign, when it leaves the sign of Debility, that is the Pisces sign. So when this Mercury is going to be transiting through the sign of Aries, there is a lot of energy, and one will feel that you are now going to be taking up things seriously. Seriously, as in there's a lot of enthusiasm, there is a lot of action orientedness, and also goal orientedness. You're going to be having a lot of confident, you'll be self-confident, and you will be to the point. Your conversation is going to be enhanced during this time, and it is going to be giving you creativity, sense of creativity also. You will have the capacity to learn, process information. You want to converse more, and also you will be experiencing a lot of enhancement in bills also in conversation when you're conversing, or maybe you're buying some gadgets. So that is also quite likely a laptop for yourself or a cell phone for yourself. Okay, so that is something which will be enhanced. Ideas will be flowing. You will be having a lot of desires and gains, because it is the 11th from the first house, which is the ruler. Like Mercury rules the third and the sixth houses in the natural zodiac. So here Mercury is going to be having a lot of desire to communicate, enhance your skills, willpower, and it is the 11th from the third, so it is good gains for the siblings and the friends and the circle that you move around in. Goal achievement. It is also the 8th from the sixth house of yours, like for one and all in general. So for that reason, there can be some changes in health regime, improved diet. You will be more focused on self-improvement. But you have to be little extra careful as to what you speak. There can be that you are going to be little, your voice can be too harsh. At times, you can be destructive in your mental, setup. Also, you will be action oriented. You will take now that brainstorming session even more. So you are having a lot of sense of achievement, and you're thinking of some really, communication, which actually enhances you as a person. So this is a very good transit, because it is coming out of the sign of its debilitation. So this definitely is going to be very positive. So once you are going to be having this transit, it is going to be a chance to enhance yourself as a person, how you can be your improved self. A lot of optimism we can achieve during this time, but be careful, because there is a Rahu energy also with this Mercury. So you have to see towards the end of this transit, say 24th, 25th, because it is going to be at the same degrees as Rahu. So there can be that you will have some kind of communication gap, or there can be some deviation from the path that you have opted for. So you have to be a little extra careful during those 3 days. Otherwise, it's a beautiful transit or in totality. And because any graha which is coming out of its debilitation zone, it is like gaining the confidence and energy. It will be in the Gandanta for a day or two. When I'm making this video, like in the beginning of the transit, when it enters Aries sign, so it's going to be in Gandanta. So the babies born during this time will be having you have to go in for some puja, or you have to do some graha shanti. So whenever any planet is in Gandanta, maybe the lagna is also in Gandanta at that time, so you have to do the puja for that. But otherwise, it is a very beautiful transit. And to check this transit, you must understand the degrees wherever your Mercury is. If it is forming a close connectivity to this Mercury in transit, so you will feel the difference, you will feel the impact even more. Or you can see if you have any other planet which is in the same degrees as this Mercury, when slowly, gradually moves towards that degrees. So it will give the impact on those days particularly. So the whole transit will not be giving the same kind of results for sure. So it happens when the planet is moving towards the degrees, the orb 5 degrees plus minus to the particular planet. If there is a planet in Aries for you, it will give you the impact. You will feel that impact even more. And also remember that all the planetary positions, if I am making the videos, it might so happen that you will start feeling the results beforehand. Suppose it is moon transiting, so you will feel the result plus minus 1 or 2 days or a week, because it's moon. Moon is a swift test. If it is Mercury Venus, then you can feel the results within the span of 15 days plus minus of the events that I'm talking about. And if at all you're looking at sun, so within the span of 15 days time, 10 days time, you will feel the plus minus 10 days, you will start feeling the results. If it is Mars, then also, 10 to 15 days plus minus. If it is Saturn, then we can say 1 to 2 months time, you will start feeling the difference. Jupiter, 1 month's time. Rahu Ketu, 1.5 months time. So it is like, all the planets plus minus will give you the impact. You will start feeling, see, the storm doesn't build in a day. So whenever there is a storm setting in, you will get to know, okay, the clouds are setting in. There is suddenly, you will feel there is a change in the temperature. All that happens, but you get to know, right? Similarly, whenever any planet is changing signs, you will get to know yourself that there is some change coming in. So this Mercury, when it is transiting through the sign of Aries, coming out of its sign of debility, there is a transition also from the water energy to the fire energy. So you will have a lot of, like, from the emotional, illogical Mercury, now you're going to be very optimistic and very logical. Okay, so you're going to be having a lot of enthusiasm, optimism when in communication, especially. So you will be setting your goals and will be trying to achieve those goals as well. So do this. It's a very positive transit. It's a short transit. It's Atichari Mercury. So whatever the results would be felt on a very, for a short duration, but it will definitely impact your communication, business, trade, commerce, education. Somebody said why I say education. It is, it is education also. It is education also. So I use generally, I have been interacting with people who use education. So that is why I use education as well. Anyways, now one more thing I would want to say is that whenever, you are having a planetary position transits, and you're having the dasha also. See, Mercury is a long dasha. So if you're having a dasha of Mercury right now, so this you have to check for sure. If you're having the dasha, it will impact you even more as compared to others. Everybody will be going through it because you do have a antardasha, pratyantardasha, sukshma dasha, prana dasha of all the planets one by one. So you will all feel the results for that reason. But there are people who are having the major periods, major time cycle of Mercury maybe. So that will definitely give you the maximum results. And if you're having an antardasha, the sub period, that is also going to be important for you to watch. So yeah, there is no audio. You can't hear me. Can somebody tell me if you can hear me or not? Otherwise, I'll do the video again. Can somebody just tell me? These are live sessions, so you have to help me with this. So let me share the screen if you can hear me. Okay, it was in the beginning, there was no audio, but yeah, then it started. So just forward it and then you will get the audio. So if you're not, then let me know. Okay, yeah. Now, let's start with the predictions and see how this transit is going to be. I'll be giving you the dates when you should avoid certain things which are related to Mercury. Yes, it's because, in the beginning, somebody must have started, so must have not got the audio. In the beginning, it's always empty. Okay, so let's start with the Aries natives first. Let me give it some change of color. Let's make it green, right? Or let's make it this green. How's this? It's good? No, it's not visible. So let me, 1 second, let me start. I'll just write Aries first. So for Aries natives, this transit is happening over your first house. So this is a very good positive transit for you. You will be feeling a lot of energy, enthusiasm to do things, and you're going to be having a lot of new associates. You'll be getting in, there's a lot of intellectual pursuits that you're going to be getting involved with. Your self-confidence, self-expression is going to get better, and you'll be getting a lot of ideas now. Utilize it. Don't fall prey to the Rahu energy, because Rahu is it deviates you from the path. So you have to be careful about the Rahu energy to start with. Otherwise, it is a very positive transit, because Mars is also the dispositioner lord. That is Mercury seated in Mars's sign, that is Aries. So Mars is well positioned. It's in the 11th house for you. So it is like the gainful period for you. Good for your siblings, friends. Your health is going to get improved. If you have to go in for some kind of investments, this is a positive time. Also, there is improvement in your communication. You're very confident. You're going to be getting a lot of positive energies when you have this kind of a transit happening over your first house. Some speeches, maybe you're going to be attending some ceremonies, or you're going to be attending some press conferences. You're going to be getting connected with the media, writings. You're going to be having some health related to nervous or skin related issues. So you have to be taking care of. Yes, otherwise it is a very positive transit related to improvement in your work methods. If you have to focus on your health, diet, hygiene, do it this time, because Mercury and Rahu combination takes you away from these zones: dressing, health, hygiene, because Rahu is not a, it deviates you. It just distracts you from the normalcy. So you have to put a little extra effort to look good, to do things better. For your studies also, you will have to be focused, because there can be some distractions, and also there can be some disturbances that you can go through because of Rahu energy, especially by the end of this transit, for 2-3 days time, when Rahu is going to be at the same degrees as Mercury. So you have to be at that time a little careful. And this is going to be from the 8th till the 25th. So you have to be little prepared for this phase for investments and all. Utilize it, because then Mercury will be transiting through Taurus sign and will be going retrograde also over there. So make sure that you utilize this time. I'm giving you a few days that you have to be just, I want to caution you if you are going in for investments, especially on the 9th, you can go in for investments. 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Very good time. 14th, there can be that you make wrong decisions, so avoid. 15th, good time for investments. 16th, you have to take care of your health. You can initiate any kind of education also. On the 17th and the 18th, some serious decisions, some serious communication will be taking place. You might be having some meetings lined up, and you will be actually working through some major projects also. 19th and the 20th, you will be having some kind of distraction in your communication, a break in communication with your partner, your business partner, and your spouse also, or the people or the relatives around you. So make sure that you do not get carried away, especially from the 19th till the 22nd. These are the dates when you can have some kind of deviation from the right path and the correct path. So make sure that you do not get carried away in your communication with the people around you, and do not get influenced by making wrong decisions. And they can be, that you are going to be very, you can get involved or trapped in some gossips. So make sure that you do not. 23rd, 24th, there can be some kind of it can lead to some, your intellectual pursuits. You can maybe change the line or path of your studies, you're traveling, or you are just changing your itinerary. you're not traveling on that time, you're changing. So that can happen on the 23rd, 24th. So just line it up beforehand. That is why I'm giving you, because Mercury is travels also. Some foreign culture you're going to be adopting. If you're a translator, so this is going to be a good phase for you. Capricorn plus, it's going to be on the 25th, 26th, 27th. Now, this is the time when you might be going in for some change of job, profession, or there can be that you are having that ability to convey your ideas, your mindset to the others at the place of work. Some serious conversations will take place on these dates. So utilize this, and it will definitely give you positivity. And 28th, 29th, 25th, we are changing this. So till the 25th, you can actually, go in for some serious conversations. And there is some variety of talents also that you're going to be showing during this time. So this is what this transit is about. And the best remedy, if at all you have a weak Mercury, then do it. Or if you have some skin allergies, you will get to know. If you are stammering, so that is also one. And if you have, squint eye, so these remedies you should be performing. That means there is a weakness of Mercury in your horoscope. So if you can chant Om Gangan Patai Namo Namaha Om, that is going to help you. Donation of yellow clothes to the needy, to the priest, will help you. Something in yellow. If you will start donating on a Wednesday, Thursday, and a Sunday, so that will be helping you. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is, let me just change. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. Okay, sorry. Change. Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this transit is happening in your 12th house. See, 12th house transit is like a debilitation zone for this Mercury, and it is conjunct Rahu also. So lack of sleep is the first thing that you will be going through, or there can be some health issues related to your skin, eyesight, or some nervousness or fear that you can have. But you're going to be having a lot of intuition. You will get to know what exactly is happening around you. And if at all you are having some kind of, foreign clientele or foreign connections, so this will be positive for you, because it is also the ruler of your second house and your fifth house. So it can lead to some seclusion from your children, or maybe you'll be taking up some higher education, you'll be moving away. And this also leads to lack of confidence. There can be some kind of connections with your family members, or you will seek help from your family members. So this is going to be definitely leading to many changes. Travel plans might deviate. So you have to make sure that you make right kind of choices. Do not get carried away as to what others are saying. Otherwise, you will not be able to make right kind of choices or decisions, which can backfire at the place of work also. And financials, there can be some financial losses also, because it's the 12th house transit. So you have to make sure that you do not get carried away. There can be some secret investigations or any kind of secret communications that can also take place. And there can be also a lot of some imagination that will lead to stimulation. So utilize it. Meditation is possible. Maybe you will be getting connected to the hospitals, institutions where you can go for some vipassana. You can take some meditation, some retreats you can go to, and that will be favorable for you. So that all that is possible. Now I'm giving you a few dates which you can just avoid making decisions regarding your investments, or whatever decisions you have to make related to your communication, wherever there is information technology communication. So this Mercury is involved, and with Rahu energy there is a lot of deviation, there is a lot of changes that you will be going through. So when on the 9th itself, you will be involved in some kind of expenditures on your gadgets, or anything to do with your mobile phone or your laptop, or something you're going to be purchasing. Or it can be just that it stops working, so you're going to get it repaired. The 10th, 11th, that is 8th, 9th, I'm telling you for that. And then 10th, 11th would be the time to start something new, something fresh. You're going to be having a lot of enthusiasm. You will be meeting with people, you'll be communicating, you have a lot of optimism in your speech, and people are going to be actually helping you out in your work. So that is positive. 13th, 14th would be that you involve yourself in some spiritual pursuits. Maybe you will be traveling to a spiritual place, religious temple, or a religious place, shrine, or any mosque, or any kind of church, gurudwara, anything, we can say religious place you will be visiting. So that is also going to be giving you some kind of you talking about money. You're going to be spending a lot of money on the places where you are involved in your writing or anything to do with your family. You'll be spending on them. So 14th, 15th would 16th, these would be the time when you will be traveling. You will be getting connected with some of your members, or you will be taking some short journeys. You'll be connecting with your teachers, or you are teaching something yourself. And also there can be that you are having a lot of inclination towards education, learning something new. So some new subjects you're going to be taking up. 17th, 18th would be the time when you will be having some mental desire to take up some hobbies, gardening, or you have some kind of communication with your children, or children are going away from you, and you're going to be having a lot of mental setup related to them. You're inclined to them. Romances can have a lot of focus during this time. Communication with your partner, some ex-partner can come also into your life. So that is something which can happen on the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Firstly, you have to take care of your health, your partnership business. You can be very analytical. You can be quite inclined towards electronics, computers, and also there can be some kind of health issues that you have to pay attention to during these days. So there can be that you're at the workplace, you're spending a lot of time, and you need to finish off the jobs. So that is also possible. And there can be some thought-provoking ideas that you'll be coming through, and some information which is required that can be important for you. You might just spend some money in your relationship. Investing too much time in the relationship is also quite likely, any kind of relationship. And there can be some kind of imbalance also during this time. The partner can be connected to your connected with you. Maybe you will come across somebody in some institution, education institution, while traveling, or there can be that you are going to be having some inclination towards secretarial or clerical jobs or computer work, you're going to be involved in. That is also quite possible on the dates I've mentioned. Okay, so lastly, you will be having some kind of inclination towards your research. Maybe you'll be going in for some tax preparation, insurance, analysis, research, insights, investigation. That all those tendencies can come up, and there can be some kind of sexual urges also that will be that will be enhanced during this time. Lastly, on the 24th, 25th and 26th also, there can be that you are going to be interested in your intellectual pursuits, enhancing your skills, enhancing your knowledge. You're going to be joining some foreign languages you'll be taking up. All that is quite likely on the last day. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. Okay, before jumping into Gemini, let me give you the remedy. You have to chant. If see, somebody asked me for other religions, that's why I give the remedies for all of you. Chants, mantras, there are people who love to do mantras, and mantras also you should not chant like that. There is a procedure. Somebody has to donate. So if I have not done any chant, I will not give you that chant. But for you, I can give you a chant of Om Namah Shivaya. That is good. Om Namah Shivaya Om. Or you can just chant Om, a long Om, inhale and exhale Om. Okay, and if you are not from the Vedic culture, so you should be donating something in black on Saturdays and Tuesdays. It is going to be helpful. Something in black, black lentils, black clothes, something to do with serving the disabled, or you can serve the needy. How you do it, it's all up to you. Somebody who is in need, if you are charitable, that will definitely serve you. That will definitely give you back also. So let's go to the next sign, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, let me just quickly change this. Gemini. All right. So for Gemini natives, this Mercury is going to be transiting your 11th house, and 11th house will give you the inclination towards friendship, the circle that you move around in. It is also going to be giving you an adaptable, intelligent mind. You're going to be focused on something which gives you stimulation, some new innovative ideas that you'll be having. You'll be conversing with the people around you, some groups that you move around in, some circle that you move around in, that is going to be enhanced also. Friends, organization, groups, these are the mercurial energy is focused. Your brothers, neighbors, friends, all these, or maybe some kind of journeys you'll be taking up as well. So see, 11th house transit is considered to be very positive for enhancing your intuition also. If you are meditating, your intuition will also get better. So this is also about innovation. So what happens, how you can be innovative once you're focused? Rahu will not let you get focused, but still, it's towards the end of the degree. So you have to be involved in some activities where you have that attention and that focus. That is why you can also chant Om Gangan Patay Namo Namaha Om. That's a very good chant for you. You can donate to some disabled, some people who require your attention, lame people who cannot walk, handicapped people, you should be helping. In the hospitals, you can go and serve. That is also quite helpful. If at all you are having some kind of difficulty in completing the task, so this is the time you will be getting into that rhythm where you can be very focused and you can just achieve the goals. You can fulfill your desires because it is the 11th house after all. Good for investments. Just avoid the last 2 days because that is when Saturn, because that is the time when Rahu and Mercury will be conjunct together very closely. Also, there is a possibility of participation in some trade union organizations, and it can also give you that inclination towards unrealistic ideas, which are I will not say useless, but it cannot give you good results because Rahu energy is definitely working here. So the best remedy would, as I said, is the Ganesha chant, or you can donate something in black to the needy. And if you can do it on a Saturday and Tuesday, it will be good for you. Okay. Now, for you, I would let you know the dates when you have to be cautious about your investments, and which are good dates also in this. So on the 8th and the 9th, this is the time when you will have that enhanced skills. You will be enjoying all the traits that I have just told you, that you will be conversing with the groups, friends, organizations. You'll be more inclined towards innovation. You'll be doing some charity also during this time. So these 2 dates are very good. 10th, 11th would be the time when you will have inclination towards secret communications, investigation. You will be very intuitive also. You'll be secluded, but at the same time, you will be spending some, maybe, you're secluding yourself because you just bought a gadget for yourself. You gifted something to yourself, and then you're spending a lot of time there to, just getting the idea how to operate it. You can be in a hospital, you can be looking after somebody, you can be in an ashram, you can be more into that zone where you are studying, where you are enhancing your skills, you're secluding yourself. So all that is possible on the 10th and the 11th. On the 12th and the 13th, this is the time when you will be having a lot of communication with the people. You will be maybe inclined towards intellectual pursuits. Self-confidence is there. You're having the tendency to mix with people who are going to be intellectually inclined. So you're going to be into lecturing, teaching, studying. All that is possible on the 13th and 12th and 13th. 14th, 15th, 16th. 14th, 15th, 16th is the time when you will be inclined towards money matters, investments. You're discussing all that. And, your second house ruler is Moon. So there is a lot of fluctuation in your financial. So you have that insecurity. So that insecurity you will be covering, you will be thinking about or you'll be spending more time with people where you can get the idea to enhance your financials. That is also possible. And also there is a lot of versatility in you, how you communicate, how you study. You can also get involved in many things, many tasks during this time, especially on the 14th, 15th, 16th. 17th, 18th is the time when you will be at home. You'll be conversing more with the people who are in your close circle, with your mother or mother's relatives, or there can be that you change your residence. If you want to, these are two good dates. 17th, 18th are good dates, but you're going to be very serious on these 2 dates. So the communication is, you have that gravity. It is going to be very important for you. Some acquaintances from the past will, you will come across and you will be conversing with them. Also on the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. This is the time when you will be focused on your children. Your attention is towards studying. You're going to be initiating something new, some business prospects. And also there's a possibility that you will be taking advice or help from a religious teacher or somebody from the past, your teacher, maybe, you'll be getting involved with, or you're going to be taking help of. You're going to be having a lot of stimulation in mind to think about that creative self. So you might be enjoying those as well. But in romance, there can be some heated argument. So avoid any kind of arguments during this time. Whatever, whenever you have arguments, Mars is also involved, and Mercury is in Mars's sign. So there can be some confusion, sudden breakup, or some ex-partner comes into your life and breaks the current relationship. So you have to be extra careful about that. Also, it can lead to health issues, or you're focusing more on your health. You have some desire to look good, or maybe take care of your body, take care of yourself. So all that is going to be on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. 23rd, 24th, 25th is the time when you will be having a lot of inclination towards relationship. It can also be that you want somebody, some intelligent conversations, like you are not inclined towards just superficial kind of a talk. You want a in-depth kind of a conversation with your partner or with your people around you. Investments might just pay you off well. So these dates are good for you. Avoid on the 25th any kind of, it's a transitional phase when Mercury will be leaving the zone and will be transiting Taurus sign. So that's the time you should be avoiding some major huge investments. You might be just focusing more on your relationship during this time. You have a lot of challenges to beat. So make sure that you do not get carried away and have a argument on that day, especially on the 23rd and 24th and 25th. All right. So let's move on to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, let me write it for you. Okay. So for Cancer natives, this transit is happening over your 10th house. See, 10th house, this is a ruler is Mars. Mars is your yoga karagraha transiting your 8th house also, not to forget that. So when the 10th house is getting active, you are more inclined towards your career. Now you want to do things, communicate more about new things, new projects, some new decisions, major decisions you're going to be making during this time. You're going to be very busy in making phone calls, communicating, and with your bosses, seniors, government agencies, you'll be getting connected. Also, there is a lot of energy to your professional activities, media and connection, or some professional activities that you'll be taking up. Also, there can be that you are involved with your siblings, your neighbors, your friends. They're going to be helpful as well, because it's the Lord of the third also there. And 12th. So you're going to be having some communication gap or confusion. So make sure that you do not have any kind of do not make any kind of decisions related to your major decisions related to your profession. This is not the right time, because Rahu is also there. Is a deviator. He will deviate you from the right path. So there will be some confusion, break in education. It's said that when Rahu, Mercury are together in the personal chart, I'm talking about your personal chart, not the transit chart. These are the transit positions. So if you have some connections with Rahu, Ketu, of Mercury, that means there will be a change of job, change of education, not job, but change of education. Maybe you will be, you have taken up some other subject and you're now working in a different stream. So the education and the profession is not the same, or there is a break or deviation from the in the education also, which can be anticipated if you have this kind of a combination. Don't be impractical, make wise decision, make right kind of decision, right choices. And this can also lead to your reputation at stake. You have to take care of your name, your fame. Rahu is there. Okay, don't have any kind of conversation which can actually give you a lot of troubles. Okay, now for you, the best remedy is that on the full moon and the new moons, because you're a Cancer rising and ruled by moon. So on the new moon and the full moons, you should donate something in whites. Suppose keep 1 kg or 2 kg, some like good amount of rice or milk or whatever you want to, clothes white in color. Just keep them by your bedside on the night of the full moon or the new moon. You can do it on both days also. Just put it by your bedside in the night, and in the morning, give it to somebody, donate it. Okay, so that is the best remedy that will work for you. And if you want to donate some yellow colored clothes on Thursdays, that is also going to be helpful. You should actually be consuming yourself, if you have a strong moon, you should be consuming milk products. Try to have milk products, and you can wear a silver chain around your neck, or you can wear a band in the ring finger of the right hand, which is silver. So that will actually, if you have a weaker moon, how you will get to know about the weak moon? If it is a it's a waning moon, and if it is a moon which is with Ketu or Rahu or with Saturn, so you should do these remedies. Or with Mars, as a matter of fact, if it's with Mars, you're going to be very aggressive, sharp-tongued. So you do these remedies, they really work wonders. If you will do this during this phase when Mercury is in this sign of Aries, it will definitely control your tongue. It will control your communication, which is going to turn harsh because it's in the Mars sign. You can become illogical also at times. Okay. Now I'm giving you a few dates. On the 8th and the 9th, you have to be very careful, cautiously make decisions at the place of work. 10th, 11th, this is a good time to make money. You will get money from somewhere or the other. Just make sure you utilize these 2 days. And if you want to go in for investments, do it on this day. 12th, 13th is the time when you can be having some purchases or some losses or travels, or you can be communicating more with the people, with the overseas clientele, or you're getting connected with the overseas people. Quite likely that you're going to be meeting somebody from your past also, and you're going to be very intuitive also during this time. Some, the interest in occult sciences also can develop, or you're going to be spending more time on maybe using your new gadgets, installing some apps or something to do with your presentation. You're going to be involved in all that. So that is on the 13th, 14th. You might be just taking up some spiritual trips this time, and it will be really positive for you to enhance your creativity and intuition. Your thought process will get better. 14th, 15th, 16th, this is the time when you will have a lot of courage to speak up to the others, whatever is going on in your head. You will be more inclined to your intelligence, enhancement in your intelligence. So you will be taking up some new courses, new languages, working through your financials. You're going to be inclined towards investments also. If there is some insecurity that you are going through, this will help you enhance those or cover those fears, and combat those fears, which is definitely very positive. In case you are having some planning to change your residence or sell off any property, communicate, teach, meet your siblings, meet your neighbors, or some communication that you have to strike, do it on the 17th, 18th. That's a very, very positive time. Also, there can be that on the 19th, 20th, you change your residence, or there is some kind of complications at the home front. Your communication can be a little rough. So make sure that you do not hurt anybody by saying something which is not, it's going to hurt. So this is actually giving you some restlessness, because fourth house Ketu is also there. We must not forget. And it's right opposite this Mercury. So it can lead to some, communication gap with people, your own people, and change of residence might become little difficult for you. Somebody's asking about Saturn 7th house aspect on Leo, Moon, or Ascendant people. Okay, I'll tell you. So now what is happening? On the 20 on where was I? Okay, I covered this. Okay, 19th, 20th, I told you to be careful, and 21st, 22nd. Now, this is the time when there can be that your ex-partner comes into your life. You're going to be pursuing your hobbies. You're going to be communicating in your romantic life. You're going to be meeting somebody, or maybe there's a get-together, you come across somebody, or there can be that you are going to be taking up some learning, some teaching, learning some new languages. You can also learn that as well. And this can lead to some, desire to pass on your knowledge to others, teaching, as we say. And you'll be very inspired by the creativity. You're going to be very creative. You're going to be singing, dancing. Singing is also Mercury. So you might be taking some, fine arts, or there can be some writing or speaking ability that can be enhanced. Romances probably need to involve someone with whom you can communicate intelligently. You're not going to be talking to everybody. You're very picky and choosy during this time. And lastly, it will be like, 23rd, 24th, 25th. This is the time, 24th, 25th, 23rd, 24th, 25th. This is the time you have to pay attention to your health. There can be some skin rash, or there can be something to do with your relatives, maybe some loan that you have given to your relatives, it's not being paid off and you're quite disturbed. So you have to take care of those zones. Don't involve yourself into litigation during this time. Not a good transit. Health, of course, you will be focused on your health. Health becomes the center point during these days. So if at all you have to go in for some treatment, or some new, you have to start some fitness regime, all that you can do on these dates. It is going to be positive for you. So the remedies I've given you, please do the remedies. They're going to be helpful. If at all you want some kind of, relief. Okay. Now coming to Leo sign. So for Leo natives, let me change this also. For Leo natives, this Mercury is going to be transiting your 9th house, and this is going to give you new interest in intellectual pursuits. You're going to be traveling, you're going to be acquiring more knowledge, you're going to be more adventurous, more communicative, and you're going to be enjoying your journeys, foreign cultures. You have to learn more language. You can be a translator, you may be a teacher. Because you are going to be involved in those zones more, and they can be that you're going to be involved in advertising, publishing, media, writing a book. All that is also quite likely, and they can be that you are having some communication gap with your own with your father, your friends, because Mercury is going to be conjunct Rahu and is the lord of the 11th also, 2nd and 11th. It's a Dhanabhava. These two are the dhanabhava, the wealth giving places, and it's in the trine. So definitely wealth is going to improve. You're going to be doing some major investments during this time, but make sure that you do not lose track. You are studying something and then you suddenly think that I don't want to do this, I want to change this. So make sure that you're not making any impulsive decisions during this time. You can. So communication is the key. Communicate with people whom you trust, take their advice, take the help of expertise, and only then go ahead with all these spheres of life. Okay. There are certain dates that I'm giving you. Make sure that you take wise decisions, especially on the 8th and the 9th. These are the dates when you can go haywire in making decisions regarding your investments. Travel plans might change. If you're thinking of starting some book, writing some book, publishing some book, there can be that, there is something which, is deviating you from the path. Maybe there is some break journey and then you go ahead. So some kind of deviation can be expected, now depending on your personal thing that you are going to be, involved in. Maybe you're conversing with your father and then you change, you had to talk on some other topic and you start taking up another topic, looking at his mood. So that is also one of the examples I'm giving. So if you're traveling, what happens? Rahu energy is there, Mercury is together with Rahu. So what happens? You are not planning everything. Whatever is happening is not as per the plan. So that is what is deviation from the path. So when you have to go ahead with anything, don't do it on the 8th and the 9th is confusion. So give it some time. If you have to, of course, you can't change it. 10th and 11th is the time when you will be having good time at the place of work, name and fame. Communication at the place of work is very fruitful. Productive work is going to be taking place. Some influential people you'll be getting in touch with, and you're going to be maybe making some changes in your profile, in your portfolio also. And in case you want to go in for some, change of job, you can be doing it on these 2 dates. Maybe you can join. This is going to be a good time for you. Venus is well positioned, as it is the dispositioner lord, is conjunct with Venus and Jupiter. That is Mars. Mars is conjunct with Venus and Jupiter all through. So this is going to be a very positive time for you any which ways. 12th and the 13th is the time when you will have good communication with your friends. Some money will be coming in case you have to travel to a shrine, you have to visit some religious place, you can do that on 12th, 13th as well. Good time for forming a connectivity with your older siblings also. 14th, 15th, 16th is the time when you can have you will suddenly feel secluded and you want to just cut off from the world. Or maybe there are certain pursuits that you're going to be following, your intuition, you're going to be following some path where you want to learn more meditative skills. You want to just close yourself to understand the deeper meanings of life. Your intellect is inclined towards deeper realms. So that is something which you will feel, and suddenly then there is a new start. You feel that you want to do something about new things, bigger picture. You're looking at communication with people. You want to involve yourself where you can be good at writing. You are thinking of speeches. You're thinking, or maybe you're attending a speech on a stage. You're sharing a stage also with a celebrity maybe. So all that is quite possible. And on the 14th, okay, let me see, on the 17th, 18th, this is applicable till the 16th. Now 17th, 18th is the time when you will be focused on your monetary matters. You're going to be acquiring knowledge. You'll be very witty, but at the same time, you're more inclined towards money, how you can use your ideas to enhance your skills, your writing skills, your investments. You're thinking about all that. Maybe your family members will be helping you. So utilize this transit. 19th, 20th is the time when you will be having some communication gap with the people around you. Maybe you'll be buying some gadget, it breaks down. You have to get it repaired. They can be that, you were discussing something and suddenly you change your, conversation topic. That is also quite likely. It will stimulate your mind and body, though, whatever conversation you're having. It can lead to some religious, spiritual conversation. Suddenly you will change into that, you were talking practical and suddenly you become spiritual. That switch can be felt on the 19th and 20th. But it is good time for short journeys. If you're going in for short journeys, just understand that, make sure that you do not leave the path which you have already thought of taking. Do not deviate from that path. So take the right path. On the 20th and 22nd, this is a time for studying, or maybe sense of inner security, or feeling that you want to have some changes around in your closer vicinity, like in your own home. At home you want to change your residence maybe, or there are certain changes that you want to make in your place, or you want to switch from the path that you have taken in your learnings. So you might just change your subjects. You want to opt for some subjects if you're a student native. 23rd, 24th is not the right time to switch the subjects. If you will, then you will definitely be not following the path that you wanted to. There will be some confusion. And confusion in your love romance also. There can be that you have the desire to learn more, but you're not able to. There can be some confusion in your relationship also, in your romance, in your maybe in your hobbies. You have to you suppose you're doing something and then you are not, suddenly lose interest. So that is quite possible. But otherwise it's a good transit for investments. You can grow in on the investment time during the 23rd, 24th and 25th. Take care of your health on the 25th though, but overall it's a positive transit for you, because it is the Dhana Bhava transiting through the 9th house, the Dharma house. So definitely you should be going in for the remedy related to donations of red things. You can do Hanuman Chalisa. You can recite Hanuman Chalisa, listen Hanuman Chalisa every day, at least once. Do that. For Leo people, I would suggest, because Mars is your yoga karagraha. So that is why I'm enhancing the Martian energies, and this is where Mercury is transiting through as well. And Rahu is going to be here for a good 18 months. So you should at least do Hanuman Chalisa. If you can't do it every day, at least on a Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday, you should recite Hanuman Chalisa. And you should get up early, take the blessings of the sun god, rising sun. Look at the rising sun and absorb the energy. It is so serene at that time. You will definitely enjoy that view. So just get up early and start taking the blessings of the sun, or the rays of the sun, into your body. It is really very essential, which people are actually moving away from. They sleep late, get up late. So change your routine a bit. Even if you can just go off to sleep again. Look at the sun, absorb the energies, go off to sleep. If you're too tired, if you have been working long hours. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is, Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this is your Lagnesh, actually, your Lagnesh is transiting the 8th house. See, whenever there is a transit of the 8th house is a house of transformation. People think that it is a very negative house, but it is a very deep house. At the end of the day, you feel that, you have learned something from your mistakes, from the obstacles and hurdles that you go through. So you will have a lot of analytical process that you will go through when Mercury is transiting. Mercury is analysis, Mercury is calculation. So when it is in the 8th house, it is not going to be a superficial kind of a thing. It is going to be deeper. So you will learn things. If you want to go in for some research, or if you have to write some research papers, this is going to be very, very positive for you. You will be getting involved in some investigation. You're going to be not leaving a subject, the topic that you have taken up. So this is going to be taking you to the bottom of the core of the problem or the issue that you are involved in. So this is a very positive transit, and it is also about healing. When Mercury is in the 8th house, it is about healing process takes place, and it's a Lagnesh after all. In the 8th house, Rahu energy is there, so it can lead to some health issues as well, because skin related issues during these from the 8th till the 25th. It's a very short transit though, but you have to be taking little time out and understanding what exactly do you want to do. You just have to get that clarity in your mind, because Rahu does what? Rahu is it gives vagueness, it gives deviation, it's confusion, deviation, and obsession also, obsession about material growth. So you might just get obsessed suddenly, when for Virgo natives, you will suddenly feel that I need to learn something, something out of the box, not the conventional path you want to take. So you will break that convention. So you will maybe be going in for some changes in your personality, changes in your job. Suddenly there will be a change in your personality. Okay, so utilize this. It is not going to be a 8th house transit for Mercury. There is no dosha. There is no dosha to Mercury when it is in the 8th house. So there can be some fluctuation in financials, but at the same time, you will be working through that. You will be working through the healing process. Okay, it's a good time for occult sciences. If you are an occultist yourself, you will be involved in sexual activities more. Okay, I'm giving you a few dates, and then I'll be giving you the remedies also. 8th and the 9th is a time when you will be having this inclination towards research mindset more, investments. You will be thinking, you're already thinking, because when I'm making this video, it's already the transit position is on the Gandanta zone. It's on the transition, it's on the change. So you're already thinking of maybe change of job, change of your portfolio. You want to meet more people now and discuss what you want to do. You're discussing now. You're not in your shell. You want to be in that place where you want to share your viewpoint, communicate. If you're not, you should be, because you will get clarity. Rahu will not let you do that. So I would suggest that do it, put some effort. And then, you are heading to a good transit, because, your ascendant lord is going to be in your 9th house after this. So after 25th, things start getting, this is the foundation. So you will get the results when Mercury transits through the next house. That is after 25th. And so long transit, believe you me, it's going to be like a big time change. That's what you're heading to. So nothing negative to think about, this transit. And 6th house, we have the Lord of the 8th. So this is a cancellation also, partial cancellation, not completely, but it is a cancellation of the, it's of the Mars transiting through the 6th house and Mercury in the 8th house. So what you have to do on the 10th, 11th, very good time for education, changing of your, maybe, change in plans of travels. If you are a translator, you'll be getting some assignments. If you're going in for some higher learning, you will be doing that. The 12th and the 13th is the time when you can be going to visit a shrine, a religious place, change of job, travel plans, meeting influential people, quite likely. Conversing is the key on the 12th and the 13th. You can be getting involved in some spiritual conversations more. 14th, 15th is the time when you will be having some conversations with your friends in the society you move around in, or you can be going in for some investments. You're going to be going in for parking your funds somewhere. You'll be changing though, where you have been doing from a long time. You'll be changing that path. On the 15th and on the 16th, 15th, 16th is the time when you will be having some foreign connections. You will be thinking about, spending more alone time. You're thinking about growth. You're also having the interest in the occult, and your knowledge is going to be enhanced, and you're going to be very intuitive during this time. Maybe you are going to be spending time on acquiring more knowledge. You might just purchase new gadgets, and you will be working through that. You're changing your, maybe, some app you have downloaded and you're working through that. So this is like, spending lone time. This time would be the lone time that you need. 15, 16, especially 17th, 18th, your approach towards others is going to get very serious. Your communication is going to be in depth, not the superficial level. You're going to be talking to people in a very refined manner. You're going to be very much up to acquiring that positive energy from others through your communication. Maybe you will get a good feedback, you are happy about it, or maybe you're getting promotion, or you're going to be getting some new learning process, some new path that is going to come your way. Or you're going to be very much inclined towards your own health and looks. Okay, communication is very important for you during this time. 19th, 20th is the time when you will be having some expenditures on the family members, or you're going to be having some changes in your in your financials, financial investments. You're going to be thinking of parking your funds in a proper manner, how to make money out of money, how you can earn money with the ability to communicate your ideas. You're thinking about that. So once you start communicating, you will get that clarity as well. So this is going to be very much inclined towards your financial skills, enhance them. On the 21st and 22nd, this is a time when you will be having a lot of stimulation of mind and body. You will be expressing your ideas fluently, and you will be having the ability to complete the task also. You are apt to be you're going to be going in for some short journeys, and selling of the property is also quite likely. Getting into the details and depth of the things is not going to be. Maybe you're going to be writing, or you're going to be speaking, or you're going to be having some detailed work that you're going to be completing. So all that is quite likely with the 21st, 22nd transit. 23rd, 24th is the time when you might just going for some change. You're studying from home, or you're changing your subjects. So quite likely that you are not going to be opting for stagnancy. You're not there are some changes which are coming your way, but be careful, pick and choose, because Rahu and Mercury are together. So if you're going to change the path of education, so be careful that you do not make wrong choices. Subjects change, or place change also, as a matter of fact, job change. So whenever you're making these decisions, think 2-3 times and then decide about it. Take somebody's help. Decide unless you take help of others, or maybe some relatives of yours. They might just help you. Just take advice, seek advice. Don't go in for any kind of litigation during these 2 days. And lastly, you will be having some important news coming your way, some job change coming your way. In case you have to do it on the 25th, 26th, quite likely. Though this transit is still the 25th only, but I'm covering 26 also, because there is some kind of connectivity which is forming. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is, I forgot to give you the remedy. So for you, the best remedy would be that do Om Ganganpataye Namo Namah chant, number 1. And also you should actually white, something in white you should donate on a Friday or a Wednesday. Just donate something in white to the poor and the needy. Also, you can what should I give you? If you can, to the hospital, if you can visit the hospital, or you can maybe go and teach, because Mercury is a teacher. So if you can teach, if you can donate your knowledge to somebody, who educate a child, why not? Adopt a child, or just educate a child. Online you will have so many people, who are so many children who are not able to spend, so you just can help or sponsor a child. Okay, that is also a very good remedy, because I can't recollect, so many remedies are there, but they're customized remedies. If at all you're having, these are general. So if I will give you a personal remedy, it will be based on your personal chart. It will be customized. Chants, I don't give specific chants. I have so many Vedic chants. I have so many, Bij mantras, which, one should do only when somebody is donating you, the one who has done it himself or herself. Only then you should be start chanting. There are rules. You should always follow the rules. This is not as simple as it seems to be. Okay, so do not just get carried away. Give me a chant, I want to do a chant. Don't do that. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So Rao sir says Libra. Okay, so coming to Libra. Okay, I try to say that, but somehow I'm used to saying Libra. So my dear lovely Libras, this is going to be a seventh house transit, and you know that seventh house means the other people in your life. So how you are going to be communicating your mindset, or the others are communicating with you, that is what is the key to success. How you balance things out. Seventh house is a balancing sign, balancing place. So there can be that you want to connect with people who are going to stimulate your thought process, who are witty, who are learned. So that is something which you want. So if at all somebody who is very clever, who's very cunning, you should stay away from that. There can be that there are people who are having hidden agendas. So when you're communicating, you should be very careful. There can be that people are just using you, or maybe they are not conveying the right thing. They're hiding the facts. There are gossip mongers also around you. So you have to be very careful with this Rahu and Mercury transit. There is a lot of need to communicate and exchange your ideas and information with your partner. Promotion of ideas is also that is going to be giving you good debates and discussions. You're going to be involved in some arguments often, so be careful about that though. But yeah, this is a good time for getting into a marital relationship, or you want a stable relationship, so you can be going in for that as well. Some challenges that you will get, but there is some scope to combat those challenges also, because there is Mercury in the Aries sign, and Aries sign lord is in the 11th house away from here, that is Mars. So definitely this is a good time to enhance your intellectual level. If you are thinking of communicating with others, you want to convey something, this is the time you should be doing it. But you have to be realistic. Do not fall prey to the superficiality, dramatizing things and facts. Don't get carried away. If you have any kind of writing ability, writing skills, write it down. Maybe you're going to be very involved in some you'll be involved in some arguments often. So make sure that you do not lose your cool. Go in for some education, go in for some writing, traveling, sales, language interpretation, or any kind of computer related jobs. If you have to go in for that, you should be doing it during this time. Okay, and see, for you, you should be going in for some kind of donations which is related to donation means you should be going in for teaching. That is a very good remedy for you. You should adopt a child, adopt somebody who needs to be educated. Education doesn't only mean that you're going to be doing ABC or something. You don't have to do it. You can go ahead with somebody who is adult and who needs your support. Suppose you are a computer programmer yourself, so you're skilled, so you can impart your skillful expression to others. You can be helpful to others. So whatever you're doing in the mainstream, just start incorporating these kind of remedies, which are practical to do, and it will help you. Higher learning for yourself, this is also a very good remedy in a way, if you acquire more knowledge, because Mercury is your lord of the ninth also. Travels, that is also a very good remedy. Switching from the place where you are, you're living in a country or living in a place, you leave that and go, and the success is somewhere else. So that is also a remedy for you. It's a general blank chart. So if at all you are thinking of changing your place, you should be doing it, because there is a lot of maleficence in the Kendra. So this is going to lead to some changes in your place of abode where you are right now. So I'm giving you a few dates, and also you can chant Saraswati chants if you want to do Saraswati chant. It's all up to you whether you want to chant Saraswati chant, or if you want to donate, it's all up to you. Coming to the dates, 8th and the 9th is the time when you will be connecting with the people more. You're going to be looking forward to acquiring more knowledge, how you communicate, how you can enhance your challenges, that you have, and enhance that skill which helps you combat the challenges. And this is also the time to get connected with the partner. Some ex comes into your life, there is a lot of confusion, there's a lot of drama which can happen. So make sure that you utilize your intellect during this time. There can be some satisfaction in the goal setting, and you would be achieving also business prospects, getting into a marital knot, or tying a knot, or meeting some potential partner is also quite likely. Communication is the key, basically. 10th and 11th is the time you have to be careful about your investments, or maybe you will be going in for some acquiring of knowledge. You're going to be getting deep on the deeper level, PhD, research, all those activities you will be getting involved in. If you have to write something, you can be starting some new subject or some writing skills that you can enhance as well. Just watch your tendency to gossip. Do not get carried away in the gossips, or others is gossip also. Don't get sucked by those. 12th and the 13th is the time when you will be having some travel plans. You're going to be enhancing your intellectual pursuits. You're going to be philosophical, religious. You're going to be expressing your religious belief system maybe to others. You're going to be very much inclined to learn languages, travel. All that is very much positive, and maybe you're going to be publishing your book, or you're going to be involved in your advertising and all, if you are already into this. On the 14th and 15th, now this is the time when you will be thinking of changing your job. You're taking up some teaching line, teaching profession, or you're going to be having some capability to communicate with the seniors, bosses, or you have some ideas and you're going to be utilizing them. You're going to be putting them forward to your co-workers. You're going to be getting that kind of extension of the help. The productivity is going to increase. You're going to be very serious about things now. It's not going to be a superficial kind of a thing, and you're going to be taking it up a step further. 16th, 17th, 15th, 16th, 17th is the time when you will be having some connection with the people around you. You're going to be meeting some intellectual minds, some projects that you are working through. Your children, your friends, your older siblings, they are going to be supportive of you. If at all you are having some influential people around you, government people around you, you will be getting your tasks cleared, done. If you want to go in for some PR, visa, all that is possible on the 15th, 16th, 17th, especially. 18th, 17th and 18th, 16th, 17th, and then 15th, 16th is the time what I just said. Then 17th, 18th is the time when you will be having some kind of seclusion. You'll be closing yourself up. You'll be calculative. Maybe you're not spending too much. You're thinking of, some bigger goals. You want to just contemplate on the deeper meanings. You want to contemplate on how you can enhance yourself, how you can proceed with the environment you're trapped in. You're thinking of all those, you're quite confused also. At the same time, you're working through the solution to whatever problem you're trapped in. So this can lead to some lack of confidence. You're trying to gain that confidence, that courage in you to speak something about it to others. You have to convey, so you're just building on that. Or maybe you're preparing for a meeting or some kind of presentation, and you're spending that lone time during this time, and you're going to be doing something about your internal your enhancement of your skills, and you're working through, you're working on yourself during these days especially. 19th and 20th is the time to be more receptive to whatever is happening around you. You're going to be spending more time communicating with higher authorities. You're going to be meeting some people who are going to be very important in your life, and this is the time when you will have some personal opinions about things around you. Your speech, you're involved in some, you're participating in some, stage program, some meeting. or you're going to be getting involved in some get together where you have to speak something. So all that is quite likely on the, especially on the 19th and the 20th. 21st, 22nd is a time when you will be involved in your money enhancement. You're going to be thinking about growth. You want to communicate with others and work through the financials. Maybe you're meeting some experts and you're taking advice and help from them. You're getting connected with your family members. You're going to be having some food or dining out, or there is some get together which is required to work through your financials. So this is when you have this financial skills, but you don't know how to put them forward. So you're going to be seeking some help and advice. On this 23rd, 24th, 25th. Now, this is the time when you will be communicating with which can lead to some kind of confusion with people. So you have to be careful when you are expressing your ideas, when you are sitting for an exam, competition. Just get into the depth of it, detailed. You have to get into the writing and the speaking ability that you have. You have to work through it, and you have to be really very meticulous. You have to be very, get into that depth of it, detail, organize, okay, when you're communicating with others. So this will help you, okay. And the remedies I've given you, just do the remedies. I'm sure this will help you. And now we move on to the next one. That is Scorpio. All the videos are getting so long. Anyhow. So for Scorpio natives, this transit is happening over your 6th house, and this is going to lead to inclination towards, love for computers, electronics. You're going to be getting into the details. You're going to be having a lot of inclination towards your health, how you can just enhance your health towards better. You are going to be having a lot of servient mindset. You're going to be more towards working through the projects, or you're going to be involved in some new projects that you have to take up. All that is quite positive, but there is Rahu energy there. So you have to take care of your health, or the treatment that you're taking. You might just have to change the line of treatment that you are taking right now. Okay. And I would suggest, if you have to make any kind of decisions, I will be giving you the dates. But the best would be, if you want to go in for some, remedies, then you should be doing moon chant. Om Som Somaya Namaha Om. This is the best chant for you. Do it for 108 times, at least on Mondays and Tuesdays. That will be helpful. And if you want to go in for some donations, so you should be doing it something in whites. You should donate something in whites, something to do with rice, yogurt, or maybe, white clothes. You should give it to the blind. You should give it either to the handicapped. That will really be helpful. Now, I'm giving you the dates on the 8th and the 9th. This is the time you should look after your health. Do not get into any kind of litigation. Don't start any kind of treatment also. Be more servient at this time. You should be getting connected with your co-workers and take their advice. 10th, 11th is the time to get involved in your relationship deeply. Don't have a superficial kind of a relationship. If at all you're thinking of proposing somebody, so you can do that as well on the 10th and the 11th. And there is a likelihood that you will tie a marital knot or live in relationship. You will start on the 10th and the 11th. 12th and the 13th is the time you have to take care of your health again. But yeah, this can lead to some kind of change of place. You might be thinking of you're preparing for your taxes, you're preparing for your insurance, etc. And you're going to be writing your paper, maybe, research paper. You're going to be getting some deeper insights during these dates. 12th, 13th is very positive for getting into the depth of the root or cause of the problem that you are entrapped in. Solve the issues. This is a good day. 14th, 15th is the time when you will be having some inclination towards higher learning, higher education, interest in intellectual pursuits, religion, philosophy. You want to discuss something like that. And you're going to be getting very emotional also, emotional about your father, about your parents, in fact, together, and about your, maybe you will be verbally more inclined towards communication with your father, with the guru. You might come across somebody when you're traveling. This is a good time to go in for some foreign journeys and foreign travels as well. On the on the 16th, 17th, this is 16th, especially on the 16th, this is the time to go in for some changes at the workplace. Look after your speech. Be careful when you're conveying your mindset, your ideas to the people at the place of work, influential people. This will give you recognition if you will do it in a correct manner. You don't have to get carried away. Don't impose yourself. Okay, don't be a pylon. Just let it flow. If you are giving your ideas, if you're sharing your ideas, that should be actually acceptable. So that is up to the other people around you. Your manual dexterity and mental alertness may lead you to field where this is going to be a really important aspect, which is communicating of your ideas. And you will have jobs to do, maybe too many jobs to do, and you're not getting any kind of rest. There can be some travel plans that you can be making during the 15, 16, especially for related to your work. Okay, maybe work related, some travel journeys are on cards. 17th and the 18th is the time to get involved in your with the people or with your friends who are very intellectually inclined. You're going to be original, comprehensive, you're going to be adaptable, and you yourself want that intellectual mindset around you as well. You're going to be having some opposition from the other people as well. So make sure that you do not impose your ideas. Don't impose your mindset on others. If you are going to be having that kind of match and that balance, things are going to fall in place and things are going to get better only. Okay. On the 19th and the 20th is the time when you can absorb energy and knowledge intuitively. You want to meditate, you want to go in the realms where you understand deeper meanings of life. This is also the time to gear up with your confidence. You have to enhance your confidence, build on that. Some expenditures on cards, maybe you will be buying some new laptop or something which is very important in your related to electronics. You'll be spending and you'll be spending more time, you'll be spending on that, and then you'll be investing more time to understand that gadget. So you're going to be spending a lot of time on these things, and it can also lead to some sexual urges and desires fulfillment also during this time. 21st, 22nd is the time when you will be going in for some changes in yourself, in your personality, in your speech. You're very confident. You're going to be conveying everything in a very in a very proper manner. If at all you're into writing, you'll be writing very beautifully, or your writing skills are going to be getting enhanced during this time. You have a very you can have some nervous disorders during this time. You might feel scared to communicate with people. You're not very extrovert. You are not conveying what you should be conveying to others. So this is the time when you have to be more extrovert, speak, and maybe you have to address a gathering also quite lightly. 23rd, 24th is the time when you can be thinking of your financials. You are going to be gaining knowledge. You are going to be having a lot of money matters, money issues on cards. Getting connected with your family members might lead to some confusion also. Maybe their help you are not wanting, and they are giving you unsolicited advice. So that might just fall apart. So make sure that you do not depend on the people you don't trust much. It can also lead to gossips, which are and backstabbing from the people around you only. So make sure that you do not fall prey to that. And money may come and go, remember, but people will stay always with you. So you should maintain and build the contacts in such a manner that you give them value more than the financials. Okay. So let's move on to so I've given you the remedy. You should be doing that. And now moving on to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. All right. So for Sagittarius natives, this transit is happening over your 5th house, and 5th house is the house of creativity, drama, dance, intelligence, and also creativity. So when you are having Mercury transit through this sign, being the ruler of the 7th and the 10th, so this is very good for teaching professionals. It is very good for the ones who are into dance, drama, etc. If at all you're writing any kind of books, if you're thinking writing any book, or you're into acting or into writing, speaking, so this is definitely going to be very positive for you. Just be careful when Mercury and Rahu are in the close vicinity towards the end of the transit, that is 24th, 25th. Those are the dates when you can have some confusion in your relationship, also in your romance, and you can go, off track. So with the children also, you should not be going in for some major changes during that time, but otherwise it is going to bring about some major changes towards positive. You're thinking about the mental stimulity. So this is going mental stimulation and mental stability. So that you will get. Of course, you are going to be encouraging your children for higher education, higher learning, and this is going to be very positive also. For you, the remedy that I can suggest is donate something in yellow, number one, on the Sundays or on the Thursdays. Also, you should be watering the sun god, that is the Arghya. You should be getting up early in the morning and see the red light which appears first before the sun. Technically, we see the sun. So before that, if you get up and water the sun god, this is going to be giving you a lot of energy. Your chakras will get open, and then you can shut them, after watering the god. Okay, so do this remedy, do the Surya Namaskar. There are certain asanas that you have to perform, in the yogic practices. It's very important to do the Surya Namaskar early in the morning. It's going to be opening all the and removing all the toxins from your body, the negativity from your body. So sun is the source of light and energy after all. He's the only one who is actually visible, who is very powerful around us. So we should get the source of energy is right there waiting for us. What are we waiting for? So take that. Okay. On the 8th and the 9th, I'm giving you the dates. 8th and the 9th is not the time to make decisions regarding your travels. If at all you have to go in for some change of job, you should not be doing it. 10th and the 11th is the time when you can be having some health issues, but you're going to be buying some computers or electronic goods, and you're going to be spending more time with in that particular gadget that you have got. But this is also a very good time to form a connectivity with your neighbors, with your friends, with your co-workers. Take their help, take their advice. This is going to help you enhance your own skills and the creativity and the ideas that you have. People are going to be at the workplace very important for you, and they're going to be helpful. On the 12th and the 13th, this is the time when you will be having a lot of intellectual conversations with people, thought-provoking ideas. You'll be very witty, you'll be meeting people, you'll be partying, you'll be maybe communicating or exchanging the ideas and information with your partner, with the people around you, either or. You can be getting involved in some good debates, some competition, some arguments. All that is also quite likely. So just lie low. I would suggest not get carried away. Instead of getting carried away, just accept everything. On the 14th and the 15th, on the 14th and the 15th, this is the time when you can have some complications related to your financials. You have parked some funds somewhere, and then you are not having that kind of return. This is also the time to analyze what qualities do you have, what kind of talents do you have. You're having a research oriented mindset. Maybe you will get some insights on the areas where you are neglecting. You will get a lot of knowledge, deeper meaning to whatever is happening around you. And this will also give you some inclination towards healing yourself and others. You suddenly will start something like tarot reading, or getting involved in an astrological reading. So, or you can take astrological reading and give as well, either or. So this is the time when you can be a little suspicious kinds also. Suspicion can be with anyone towards anybody. So all that you have to work through. This is also one of the remedies, that you should not be over suspicious. You should not, you should take care of your health, your mother's health as well. That is also one of the remedies. And then 15th, 16th is the time. 15th and the 16th would be two good dates to enhance your skills, to the intellectual pursuits, law, religion, philosophy, all these you are getting involved in. If at all you're thinking of picking and choosing a profession, this is a very general one. You should be, if you have to make major decisions, you should never stick on to the general readings. There are so many other combinations and permutations which the personal chart, only after reading that you decide. But yes, 50% this will give the results, don't worry. If at all you have to go in for some foreign languages, being a translator or something, so you can just switch from your current situation and take it up, that's also very positive for you. That's going to be very positive for you. In case you have to have some interest in your publishing, advertising, all that is also quite likely on the 15th and the 16th. 17th and the 18th are the dates when you will be inclined towards speaking and writing about your career. You will be, the teaching profession may hold promise for you. You might have ability to communicate your ideas to others. You want recognition, you crave for that. So your manual dexterity and mental alertness may lead to the field where you have the real necessity. It will pull you there. You have been having a lot of talents, and you have not been absorbed by the people, or you're not hired till now. But don't worry, things are getting better with Saturn coming out of the Sadasati for you. It's getting over. When Saturn moves into the third house and then goes back to the second, and then again, finally, it moves into the sign of Aquarius next year. That is in the month of January 2023. So you have to wait for some time. From January 2023 onwards, especially, things are going to be improving. Much better things are coming your way. So don't worry. But this transit is also not bad. It is going to give you some communication with your partner or ex-partner, and it will give you some knowledge and creative energy as well. All right. On the where were we? Okay. 21st, 22nd is the time when you can have some, introvertedness. You want to maybe involve yourself in meditation, rejuvenation. You want to understand the deeper meanings of the, the people around you. Or maybe, it can also lead to learning others who are mute, who cannot speak. So you're going to be talking to them. You're spending more time with them, or you're trying to learn sign language. Okay, that's possible. So this is also the time where you have to work through your confidence levels. You have to spend more time working on your nature, on your, subjects, or travels overseas, or foreign clientele, or foreign collaborations you'll be taking up during this time. 23rd, 24th, 25th is the time when you will be having a lot of inclination towards communication. You'll be thinking of growth, looking good, enhancing your skills. That is towards the fag end. But this Mercury is also going to be in close vicinity to Rahu. There can be confusion with your children, amongst your children and you, or it can be that you will have to send them off to the higher realms, higher education, to acquire more knowledge and education. If at all you have to go in for some speeches, get-togethers, or if you are thinking of reflecting, on yourself. So this is also a very good date. These 3 dates are very good dates for doing that. In case you are having some nervousness, how you will convey things to others, if you have that, then things are going to be getting settled also. They're going to be taken care of. Don't worry. Okay. So the best would be the sun remedies. Do those, and this definitely is going to be very positive for you. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. All right. So let me change the chart. No editing. This is not an edited version. This is live session. So in a flow, I just go on carried away and speak. So for you, Capricorn, oh, I have to correct the spelling. Sorry. So for Capricorn natives, this transit is happening over your Fourth house. See, whenever Mercury is transiting the fourth house, it brings about change of residence, because Mercury is a dual planet. So you can have some, something, maybe you change your line of education, you start your education, you start your journey, you start your change of place. That is when Mercury is, or Moon is transiting to your fourth house. It has to have a connection with Moon, of course, also, but there can be some restlessness, there can be some unsettled kind of an energy. And especially when Mercury is transiting, it's in the Gandanta zone, from watery sign to the Aries sign. So there is a lot of uncertainty that you're going through, with Rahu energy also in the fourth house, but it gives changes. In case you have to go in for some major overhauling, major changings, redoing your place. So this is going to be very, very positive and favorable for you. In case you have any complications with your, neighbors, with your siblings, or with your friends, so sort it out, communicate, get to the root of it, and then just eradicate it, and just build on the good things in life. So you form a connectivity with people during this time, and it will definitely be very positive for you. And also, I'm giving you a few dates. See, first I'll tell you the remedy that you have to do. You have to firstly do the Om Gangan Patay Namo Namah Om chant for 108 times on Wednesdays and Saturdays and Tuesdays. So these are the 3 days when you can do this chant. Also, there can be that you are, you have the teaching ability, the latent teaching ability, teaching to others who are underprivileged, who cannot spend on their teaching. So you can do it online, you can go offline and do whatever. Spend some quality time with these kind of children. That's a good donation that I am suggesting. Donation of jnana, that is knowledge, which is always increased. So you will get the benefit out of it. When you're giving something to others, you are also getting, at the same time, enhancement of your own skills. So when I'm imparting whatever the knowledge I have, I don't refrain or restrict myself. No, that, oh, why I should tell this to others, never do that. If you will do that, then you are restricting your own growth. And I don't want to, at any cost, suffer because of lack of knowledge. So the knowledge grows. It's a tree which grows. So give that fruit to others, and you see how well you will also get, better. Also, there is a probability this month, when Mercury is transiting here, especially on the 10th and the 11th, to get involved with in your relationship. Your creative ability is going to enhance. You're going to be changing your line of studies, whatever you're doing. Your children are going to be getting, changing into a different profession or different field of learning or acquiring knowledge. So it can lead to some kind of skills enhancement. You're going to be more involved in learning new things which stimulate your mind. Intellectual pursuits you're going to be forming and gaining, during this time. This is the time to go in for some job change also. It is quite likely that you're going to be having some involvement in romance or change of your relationship. The chemistry and the bonding is going to change, especially on the 10th and the 11th. 12th, 13th is the time to avoid any kind of treatment, or you are going to be starting. There can be some skin rashes, liver issues you can have. So take care of your health during this time. Do not get involved in any kind of litigation. There can be that you're having some servitude attitude, and maybe you're going to be involved in some work at the place of work. You're changing your mindset. You're going to be encouraging others to get involved in the better places, better ideas. You're going to be changing things at the place of work, getting into the depth of it, details of everything. Also, it is going to be giving you some kind of inclination towards computers and electronics. It is going to enhance that inclination as well during this time. 15th, 16th is the time when you will have to take care of your 14th. 14th is the time when you can be more inclined towards acquiring more knowledge and getting involved with your partner, getting married, some ideas related to your information, technology, discussions, some arguments, all that either or can happen. You're thinking about relationships more in general. Okay, that marriage is on cards, or marriage like relationship is on cards. Communicate with others, but don't confine yourself, don't restrict yourself. There can be some kind of nervousness that you can go through also, so tame those energies as well. 15th and the 16th is the time when you will be having a lot of confidence to take things in a stride. You're going to be having a lot of involvement in research, analysis, insight, tax preparation, insurance, or there can be some kind of in-depth knowledge that you'll be acquiring. So this is a very positive time for you. In case you have to go in for some sexual activity, you can be going in for on this 15th and 16th. It will be not on a superficial plane. It will be on a deeper plane where you will get connected mentally, emotionally, and physically, all of that. 17th and 18th is a time when you will be traveling. You'll be forming a connectivity with your guru. You'll be meeting somebody who is going to impart their knowledge, who's going to implant that seed in you. So you must seek help and advice from the people who are intellectually inclined and are intellectual themselves. So you can be having a philosophical mindset, a religious mindset during this time. You can be involved in some educational program. 19th and the 20th is the time when you will be going in for some changes at the place of work. You're going to be having ability to communicate your ideas. You're going to be getting recognition. You're not getting that kind of inclination to work because Ketu is already there. So you are getting detached, but at the same time, people are going to be uplifting you. Take the help of people, work in a team rather than in seclusion. Okay, that'll help you. 21st, 22nd is the time when you will be getting involved in some intellectual mindset. You're going to be involved in some intellectual conversations with your friends who stimulate your mind. There are certain friends who are going to be giving you some really good knowledge about the investments. Take their help. In case you have to go in for some investments, you should seek help from or advice from the experts. Only then jump into it. 23rd, 24th, 25th is the time when you will have some subtle mindset, where you have to understand the deeper realms. You're getting some you're self-indulgent. You're spending too much of money. You're going to be on the shopping spree, or you can have some lack of confidence also that you have to work through during this time. There can be some foreign travels, foreign collaborations which can happen, and it can also lead to some kind of some kind of seclusion from the partner also. You're traveling, so you're leaving your partner behind and you're leaving for some other place. Be careful of your ears and your hearing during this time. Okay, so this is it for the Capricorn natives. And also the remedy would be that you should be doing Om Ganganpataye Namo Namah chant. That will be really helpful. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. See, when I give the dates, it becomes a long video. Without the dates, there's no point because they are the predictive. Now coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this transit is happening over your third house, and this will give you sense of communication with others. That is what is going to enhance your mind and body. It is going to stimulate you. So you can be more expressive. You might be more into ideas, completion of jobs, completion of your task that you have been given. Short journeys might be that you have to shift, you have to change. Last minute changes can also happen, and this is also a very good time for teachers for getting into the detail and the depth of the issues. Maybe some financial decisions you'll be making, writing, working through your speaking skills, speech related things that you have to do, you will be doing during this time. You're going to be enhancing those areas and forming a connectivity with your neighbors. Don't get into any kind of arguments with your siblings, your neighbors. This is not the time. Okay, and the best remedy that I can suggest for you is, because Saturn is also transiting your 12th house and there's a peak Sadesati that you'll be starting. See, Sadesati, I see either or from Moon or from the Lagna. So when Saturn is going to be over your first house can be your Moon over there, or it could be your Lagna if it is having the Sadesati impact, or it's going to be giving you negative results from one and positive from the other, then the neutralizing effect happens. So that's the reason I always suggest to see from Ascendant and Moon sign both, and also from the Dasha Lord. If Saturn is transiting over your Dasha Lord, suppose Saturn Dasha is on and Saturn is transiting over your 12th house. So this is going to be giving you, and it's a Saturn return also. Obviously, when Saturn is in your 12th house, and the Dasha is also Saturn. So this will be the peak of it's the start of Saraswati, but it's the peak of Saturn return. So many upheavals and changes happen. Also, this is going to give you some enhancement in your skills. This is a very positive transit for acquiring more knowledge, research oriented mindset. Also, I'm giving you a few dates, and also there can be that you can chant Saraswati chants, or you can donate something in whites, milk, yogurt, rice, white clothes, anything that white flowers. You can just drop the white flowers in the flowing stream. That is also one of the remedies, for 43 days. If you do it continuously, every day, any kind of remedy, it will definitely give positive response and for positive results. You have to be careful with your siblings, your neighbors on the 8th and the 9th. It can lead to some communication gap. You should not get carried away in your arguments. 10th would be the time, 10th and 11th would be the time when you will be going in for some education, acquiring knowledge, selling of property, or you're going to be shifting out from the place where you live. The creativity is on its peak. You're going to be utilizing that, but at the same time, there is some change which you can be anticipating. The 12th, 13th is the time when you can be involved with your children. Children are moving away from you. They're going to be, they need some attention. So pay that attention and understand their problems if they're going through. Any kind of romance that you are involved in from the past, that person comes into your life. They can be that you're going to be having a new partner in your life, or they can be that you are going to be proposing to a person. Creative energies are heightened. You're going to be investing. So that is also parking your funds properly. 14th is the time when you can be going in for some health checkups. Do not get into any kind of litigation, but you can be going in for some, work-related discussions during this time. It will actually help you understand people better and serve them better. The seniors and the bosses, if you do that. And Mars is over your Lagna, over your first house, being the ruler of the third. So this is also going to be helpful for the people who want to enhance their skills, fulfillment of desires. That's quite likely. Take care on the 15th, 16th is a good day for going in for some kind of marriage like relationship, conversing with your partner, taking the opinion of the partner. All that is quite likely on the 15th, 16th. You will be meeting somebody also maybe this day. 17th and the 18th is the time when you will have a very serious outlook towards life. You're going to be having that transformational energy now. You're going to be getting into the details and the depth of analysis and research. So this is going to be quite stimulating for doing that. Also, there is a tendency of worrying more about your financials. Insecurities are there. So whatever said and done, this is going to be a temporary phase, and then things will start getting better. 19th and the 20th is the time when you will be going in for some intellectual pursuits, law, religion, philosophy, talking to people, enhancing your skills, doing things for yourself, which actually help you grow. Ketu is there, so it will just distract you. It will not let you do it, but you have to pin this Ketu down and move ahead. Okay, just don't get carried away. If you're having a Ketu Dasha, then of course this is going to be a little difficult task. But if it is not, then you definitely can do better. Okay. On the 21st, 22nd is the time when you will be changing your job. You'll be conversing more with the people at the place of work. You'll be presenting your presentations. People are going to appreciate you. You have that ability to understand people, speak their minds. So you are going to be having that kind of inclination towards work. And also you're going to be very alert at the place of work. Some projects are on cards, or maybe, there is a meeting that you're heading to. So you will be more inclined towards or spending more time there. Okay. On the 23rd, 24th. Now, this is the time when you will have some confusion with your friends. There can be that you want to discuss things with only intellectual minds. You don't want any, people who don't have that gravity, or who do not have that in-depth knowledge. So you want to converse with people, or you want to discuss your investments also during these 2 dates, and you're going to be making good amount of money for sure on the 23rd, 24th. Rahu is there, so you have to maybe park your fund somewhere else. It will deviate you from there. So do it in a very, small amounts. Whatever investments you have to make, do it in a very small amount, and then go to the bigger chunks. Okay. So the remedy that you have to do is that donate something in white and chant Saturn chant. That is Om Sham Shanishwaraya Namaha Om. That will help you. Okay. 108 times, especially on Saturdays. If you can do it regularly, perfect. If you can't, then do it on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Also on Thursdays you can do. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So let's see what Pisces have to do. Okay. So for Pisces natives, this is happening over your second house. And this is going to lead to inclination towards making more money. Your focus is on how I can build on the prospects that I have in hand. You will be talking about money more with anybody and everybody who's coming in your contact. Just avoid that. You can't be just communicating unnecessarily. Okay. You have the trust in people, but then you confide everything and then they backstab you. So never open all your cards. Number one, don't reflect on your own self first, and then go ahead with what others are saying. Earn money. You may earn money with the ability to communicate your ideas. So do not let anybody take away that positive energy from you. Okay. Also, there is a remedy that I can give you, that you should be going in for some, chant Hanuman Chalisa, number one. And every day, if not every day, at least on Tuesdays and Saturdays, you should be reciting Hanuman Chalisa. You can hear first, and then you can, get in the rhythm of speaking with if you're hearing from the Bluetooth. So you must actually, just start understanding the words and start speaking that as well. Okay. And this is going to be giving you more inclination towards writing skills, speaking skills. You will be enhancing your financials by doing these. If you perform these activities, you'll be doing well, and this is going to balance and counterbalance things which are negative in your life. I'm giving you a few dates. Make a note. Also, donate. If you can go to a hospital and serve at least once in a month, it'll be good for you. If you can, not in cash, in kind. When you serve in a person. So that is what I want from you. If you can do it, it is definitely very positive, a very, very good remedy. If you serve the blind, if you serve the ones who are handicapped, who don't have hands, feet, whatever, the problems they have. So you are going to be their support system. You have really very, very, strong planetary configurations right now. Overseas clientele, you're going to be forming a connectivity with. You're going to be having some foreign collaborations, also very positive for you. Make sure that you do not change your, on the, let me see where we were. 10th and the 11th I've done, and then comes the 12th and the 12th, 13th. Now this is 12th, 13th. I've told you about your house change. In case you have to go in for house change, place change, you can do it on the 12th and the 13th. You can be very easily, you can just go in for some decision making regarding your home front, some decisions that are lying pending with your family members, relatives. You've not been able to spend time with them, so you can be doing that now. 15th, 16th is the time when you will be having some 14th is the time when you will be having connection with your children, desire to learn more, acquire more knowledge, creativity. You're going to be having some games of strategy and skill challenge, which is really enhancing your intellect. 15th, 16th is the time when you will be having some inclination towards buying computers, electronic goods. You can be concerned about the details. You will maybe buy something, some gadgets, and then you'll be spending more time to set it all up. So that is also quite likely. When we buy such gadgets, we want to be on that, understand what is happening, what is in there. So all that is quite likely. Stop thinking about negative things, because you have a Leo sign here in your sixth house. As it is, this is very positive, and right opposite is Mars also there. So you have a lot of energy and courage to go in for some litigation, go in for some when you have to extract money from somebody. So this is very essential to have this kind of a combination, which is Mars looking at this zone, which is again very positive for you. You might feel a little restless, that why the things are not moving, why I'm not getting results. That is quite likely, but that's something which you can always overcome. On the 15th, 16th, I've told you, 17th, 18th. Now, this is the time when you will be having some connection with your partner. You might just want your partner to be intellectually inclined or intellectually well equipped. You want that your intelligence, your thought-provoking ideas, your wittiness, all that is going to be at its peak during this time. Maybe you will be meeting some of your old friends and you are discussing things in a very lighter manner. 21st, 22nd is the time when you will be going in for some kind of higher learning, acquiring more knowledge, intellectual pursuits on cards, religion, philosophy. You're going to be studying about that. And also you have the ability to learn foreign languages. If you are a translator, this is going to be really helpful. If you're a teacher, then this is a very good transit for you. In case you have to start anything like this, you should be doing it, but be more charitable as well. Charity as in like give some kind of donations in kind to or serve people in the hospital, underprivileged people. Just go and serve them. Okay, that is going to be really, really very positive for you and helpful to you. On the 21st, on the 23rd to the 23rd, 24th, now this is the time to get involved with some activities at the place of work. Seriously, your teaching profession may hold promise for you, and also your ability to communicate your ideas to others and to be recognized for them. Your manual dexterity and mental alertness may be leading you to field where this is a real necessity, because you have been working really hard the whole day long. Now you need a break. You need to travel by by road or by air, but you are going to be traveling by the end of the week. So just make sure that you have all the travel plans set and done. Okay, so the remedy, I've told you that do the remedy, recite Hanuman Chalisa. It is definitely going to be positive and will give you strength. Being the ruler of the second also, it is definitely very positive. All right. So I think this is it. I would call it a day now. So just do the remedies. These are general remedies. They can be done even if the transits are over. You can keep continuing doing this, and take personal readings if you want customized remedies, because that will be dependent on your personal chart, definitely. Okay, maybe some gemstones are required, some pujas are required, or some kind of remedies which are very simple to do, and you have to do it themselves. It's not essential that you will be doing only mantra chanting. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And I'll be taking up the questions in case there is anything important. You may mention in the comment section. I definitely try to cover up all the comments, or if there is anything that I can do to help you. But personal chart reading, and just taking into consideration only one planetary position is not going to be helpful to understand your horoscope. So please don't ask such questions. If you have anything related to your academics, you should be asking, if at all you are a Vedic astrology enthusiast, that'll be good. If you have any confusion, on the internet, you will get a lot of material, but do not at any cost go by that. There are certain changes which there are readings which actually get modified once you're taking a personal chart reading. Every person is different. Every horoscope is different. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Mercury transit into the sign of Aries out of the debilitation zone. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.